Good morning, everybody. It's Hump Day, Wednesday, and man, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have a hard time getting over the hump today. I'm a little tired. I woke up. I got up at my regular time naturally. So I'm on a good schedule. I got up at like 4:55, just naturally got up out of bed, but my energy level is not quite where I need it to be. So I'm gonna have to kind of keep an eye on that and figure out what's going on. I don't know if it's just that I'm tired, the change in, no change in scenery, maybe because it's been a little gray outside for a couple of days. Um, Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I've just been, because, I've been sort of working with like not like the proper kind of relaxation. And also for myself, compared to where I was, not exercising where I should be. So, and it's been hard because I don't really have a space right now. The combination of packing our stuff for a move along with hoarding some product so that we can ship it out, for the next continuing months. I don't really have a place to work out, so we might have to fix that. I may have to get on a walking routine too. It's hard when it's raining, but I may have to start taking the dog out for more walks and things. So we'll see. But I do want to talk about health today. In fact, I found an article on CNN that describes what you can do to improve your immune system through diet. And so I wanted to go through that here with you today. But before we do that, we got to get to our meme of the day. The meme of the day today is uh, day one of quarantine. I'm going to take this opportunity, or I'm going to take this as an opportunity to improve my health. We've all been there, right? I had that thought. I still have that thought. But day two of quarantine, due to personal reasons, I'm eating a lasagna in my shower. And I think we've also been there. I mean, we have great intentions. I think that's kind of the point with that is we have great intentions, but when it comes down to putting the rubber to the road, it can be really hard, especially when you have that lingering background feeling of, you know, I don't know how long this is going to be, and why does it all matter? And that's that taking personal responsibility for being healthy for ourselves, right? And it's not just healthy like not getting COVID-19. It's being healthy so that we are just healthy for ourselves. And so we have, we're thrown into some turmoil now, and trying to navigate through that is not easy. So, it's we have to just keep adjusting. But what we should not do is just kind of be at the whim of daily life. Like, don't be at the whim of the news of what's going on. Um, you have that consistency and stability in your life. Add that structure to your life. Follow through on what you're making promises to yourself. So, and I have to go through these same conversations with myself. So I'm not just talking to you guys like, hey, do what I'm doing. I mean, I have these conversations with myself. I have the same struggles you do. Some of these days are hard. Today, I feel like it's going to be pretty hard. So, yeah. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Anna. Good to see you guys. Speaking of news, like they passed or they're passing the stimulus bill today, right? They've agreed to it, so it's just now procedural. Stock market was up yesterday. All these things I feel like you can't get too high on. We just kind of, glad it happened. Keep on going with what we're doing, right? Good morning, Deborah. Good to see you. But so yeah, so we just keep on moving along, right? Keep on doing our thing. So for me today, I think for me to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, I'll probably do a lot more reading than normal. I'm going to stay away from the news and just a few little minor things I have to do for work today to keep on going. So that's where I'm at. Carrie, good morning. Hope things are going well for you today. All right, so let's get into this. I have here an article with the title of the article on CNN is "How to Strengthen Your Immunity to Coronavirus," Part One, and this is referring to diet. So, skipping the intro, going down to carrots, kale, and apricots for beta carotene. And beta carotene gets converted to vitamin A, which is essential for a strong immune system. It works by helping antibodies respond to toxins and foreign substances. Other good sources of beta carotene include sweet potatoes, carrots, mangoes, apricots, spinach, kale, broccoli, squash, and cantaloupe. So we have quite a bit of that in the house right now. I know as time goes on, we're going to start, the fresh food. We have to go out for more often. So we'll see how that goes, but we're pretty good on that so far. So oranges, strawberries, and broccoli for vitamin C. And it says vitamin C increases blood levels of antibodies and helps to differentiate lymphocytes, white blood cells, which help the body determine what kind of protection is needed. So they say that vitamin C of at least 200 milligrams may slightly reduce the duration of cold systems. That's why you see Emergen-C, and there's another one out there where you just you pour it into your glass of water, and it gives you like that 10,000 milligrams or whatever they're giving you of vitamin C. I've read that that's like just way too much and not necessary, but over 200 milligrams just through eating it could help you out in a big way. Other sources are oranges, grapefruit, kiwi, strawberries, Brussels sprouts, red and green peppers, broccoli, cooked cabbage, and cauliflower. I don't know why cooked cabbage. Oh, can't you just eat cabbage? Uh, Eggs, cheese, tofu, and mushrooms for vitamin D. Vitamin D regulates the production of a protein that selectively kills infectious agents, including bacteria and viruses. Very interesting. I didn't know that. Vitamin D also alters the activity and number of white blood cells, known as T2 killer lymphocytes, which can reduce the spread of bacteria and viruses. Winter-associated vitamin D deficiency from a lack of sun-induced vitamin D production can weaken the immune system, increasing the risk of developing viral infections that cause upper respiratory tract infections. It's funny. I was reading that, and as I was reading it, I'm like, wow, this is really applicable. So yeah, so vitamin D. I know myself. I have like a vitamin D deficiency. It's funny because I always get that test done in the winter, so I don't know if my vitamin D levels are low in the summer. But my doctor has told me to take a vitamin D. So every day I take a vitamin D pill. Hopefully it works as well as it needs to. I don't know that I've taken. I know for a while I was not on it for years, but this past fall, I believe, or early winter, they told me to get back on it. So I'm on it. Uh, So vitamin D supplements may help protect against acute respiratory tract infections. That's good to hear. So vitamin D through diet. Wow. So I guess they're kind of trying to differentiate there that vitamin D, sun induced vitamin D production can weaken the immune system. Uh, Lack of so okay. I'm trying to read this. I'm digesting this as I'm going through it with you. Winter-associated vitamin D deficiency can weaken the immune system, increasing the risk of developing viral infections and cause upper respiratory tract infections. Inversely, research suggests that vitamin D supplements can help protect against acute respiratory tract infections. That's the whole story. Oh my goodness. I'm not on it today, people. All right, so good sources of vitamin D include fatty fish, including canned fish like salmon and sardines, eggs, fortified milk, and plant milk products, cheese, fortified juice, tofu, and mushrooms. So while there's no evidence to prove that vitamin D supplements will protect you from coronavirus, it's wise to consider a vitamin D supplement if you feel you are not getting enough, which can be measured in a blood test. So that's my case. All right, so then they say beans, nuts, cereal, and seafood for zinc. And one meta-analysis revealed that zinc supplements may shorten the duration of symptoms of the common cold. However, it concluded that large, high-quantity trials are needed. Okay, so basically, this is a recommendation, can't hurt, right? Sources of zinc include beans, chickpeas, lentils, tofu, fortified cereals, nuts, seeds, wheat germs, oysters, including canned, crab, lobster, beef, pork chops, dark meat, poultry, and yogurt. Interesting. Milk, eggs, nuts, and more for protein. So protein, being a key building block for immune cells and antibodies, plays a crucial role in helping your immune system do its job. So this is where if you're on a vegan or vegetarian diet and there's that argument against it because you're not getting adequate amounts of protein, um, this is kind of where people say that like no matter how much you eat on the vegetable side of things, you're not getting. This might be the impact that they're talking about here. You can still get it from vegetables, which we'll talk about, but it's just it's kind of that there's that argument against pushing everybody towards veganism. Protein comes from both animal and plant-based sources such as fish, poultry, beef, milk, yogurt, eggs, cottage cheese, as well as nuts, seeds, beans, and lentils. They recommend protein-rich snacks such as roasted chickpeas, which can be eaten in place of snacks devoid of protein, such as animal crackers, for example. So don't snack on garbage, snack on something healthy for you like chickpeas. Bananas, beans, and more for prebiotics. Probiotics and prebiotics help boost the health of the microbiome, which in turn supports our immune system. So actually, I've been taking a pre and probiotic for a long time now, and I actually purchased some for my wife as like a way to help because I think there's more and more evidence that our microbiome has a large impact on our lives, bigger than we even expected. It's not just about having a good poop. They're saying that it impacts your immune system and that there's a brain gut response that impacts your mindset. So if you want to try to work on your microbiome, this is how you might want to do it. Sources of probiotics include fermented dairy foods such as yogurt and kefir, aged cheeses, as well as fermented foods such as kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, tempeh, and sourdough bread. Sources of prebiotics include whole grains, bananas. I didn't know that about bananas. Onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, artichokes, and beans. The garlic they're saying that's one of the reasons why the Mediterranean diet works for people so well. Um, Italians have garlic in just about everything. So while none of this has been studied specifically with coronavirus, it's good general immune health. So that's their main point here. So none of this is a guarantee, as with anything, but we're trying to look at this as a holistic health approach. But they also say, look, you got to stay hydrated. So water, fruit, soup, and more. Women, they're saying drink 91 ounces of fluids daily. Men drink 125. So the rule of thumb that I've always been told with drinking water is that you want to drink half your. This is actually telling people to drink a little bit more because your average woman's probably not going to be 182 pounds, and your average man is probably not 250. So they're saying, drink more, but that's also because they're including water from fruits, vegetables, and soups. So drinking water from a glass, you want to drink half your body weight in water. I actually try to drink my entire body weight in water. Number one, stay hydrated. It's supposed to clean out the toxins, right? It's supposed to keep the body working efficiently. But the other aspect of that being that the more water you have in your feel, and the less tempted you are to drink garbage, so Coke or anything that, like when you're trying to maintain that, it's hard to drink anything else. So that's kind of the point there. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Pamela. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm going to be doing today. Today I'm focusing on taking care of myself. I'm going to hang out with my boys. I'm going to rest. I'm going to read to do. How's everybody? Good news is the news from about this bill being passed. Is that good news for everybody? I know there's a lot of different things going on out there, and we're trying to take it all. It's like you're trying to navigate through, what's political, what has an agenda, and what's actually just good news that we need to hear so that we can be prepared. I do want to. There's an article that I just read a moment before coming up here about what we're experiencing right now is actually grief. And there's different types of grief, like anticipatory grief, where you like it's like thinking ahead to when your parents pass away, that feeling you have. So actually, what we're going through right now, this collective feeling, is grief, like the world changing and all the things that in the unknown and all of that. So I'm actually going to go back and read that article again, and I will post it probably on my page. I might post it in the user group, and we might, if it's valuable enough, I might even talk about it again tomorrow, because I think, you know, mental health and understanding what's going on is pretty important for a lot of people. So we'll talk about that, I believe. And as I dive into it, I'll figure that out. But you know, so we're holding on. You know, we're, you know, packing books, selling books, taking care of our boys, answering questions for any of you guys. If you have anything, please feel free to email us or contact us through the help icon on the website. You can comment on this video even later if you're not watching it live. But, you know, take this to heart. This idea of keeping a well balanced diet. You know, I saw a lot of people in the grocery store loading up on snacks. You know, loading up on 2-liter bottles of Coke and Mountain Dew and Doritos and chips, and you're not getting what you need from that. I don't know if that applies to anybody watching, but you know, make sure you're getting that balanced diet you need to keep your immune system up. You know, now more than ever, you know, and it's good for you and good for everybody. So, you know, do what you need to do. And if we're going to relate this to Define My Day, it's that one of those daily disciplines, eat well. And when we say eat well, I don't have a specific definition for what well means, because it's different for everybody. You know, for one person, eating well might be cutting down on something. It might be eating a balanced diet. It might be eating a certain calorie intake. It's different for everybody. But define what eating well is for you, and see if you can make some improvements. And then when you do that on a daily basis, you can check that box off of your daily disciplines. So I hope everybody's doing well. If you're taking care of yourself in the appropriate manner. Kathy says, mental health is key right now, and the article sounds interesting. It was really interesting. I will be sharing it with you guys soon. What's up with the sound? I don't know what's going on with the sound. I'll have to, now that we're done, I'll have to go back and listen and see what's going on. I know there's been some issues with the internet. I've seen some other people complaining about like streaming and things, that the internet maybe because it's so bogged down that things are a little bit goofy. So I'll double check it after we get off here and listen and see what's going on. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to head out. I'm going to get on with my day, but it was good to see you, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you very soon.